My name is Carrington. I'm a real estate broker in North and South Carolina. I'm with Worthy and Associates. I just saw Miss Worthy. There she is. Miss Worthy's right there. She'll be talking to you for a few minutes also. We have Guild Mortgage here, Miss Laurie. We have John Campbell and Miss Shannon here. I think she's out in the bathroom. But I'm going to teach two things today. I'm going to teach the principle of wealth, real estate, and ownership. And meanwhile, the way I say that is this, that we was at a seminar yesterday, and they were saying how Charlotte's going to increase in about 4 to 5% per year. And we actually really don't own anything. A lot of us don't own. Anybody here really have a house? Anybody live anywhere? Put your hand if you live somewhere. You live somewhere. So it's like everybody lives somewhere. So you're paying something to live there, correct? How many people actually own their own homes? See? So now some people own their homes, right? And that's an investment property for them. So you're here because you're going to figure out a way that this guy might be saying something different. Because anybody can do a home buying seminar and say, hey, come out here, let's talk about buying houses, the process of buying houses. We have several different programs, because I hope Ms. Worthy will honor us with some of her information, because I don't want to talk about NACA, because I'm not familiar with the NACA programs like that. I'm more of an investor. I buy and sell and hold properties. So I'll be talking about buying, selling, and holding it here today. I'm going to talk about buying property to keep, and I'm also going to talk about your first time having a home. And so there's going to be some pictures I'm going to put up. I'm not putting these pictures up to impress you, but to put impression upon you. Because I made a lot of money in real estate, ladies and gentlemen. I come from a woman who was 16 years old when she had me. My mama was 16 when she gave birth. I don't know if you know about New York, but New York is kind of rough at 16 years old having a child by yourself. So through all my hardship and my endeavors and things that I've done, I seem to always been called to the real estate game because I do heating and air conditioning by trade. That's my job, heating and air conditioning. So I bought my first home through heating and air conditioning. I was 19, maybe 20 years old in my first house. That house then became a rental property. So today when I teach about buying a house today, that house you want, you might not even be there for 5 to 8 years. If you think it's going to be home and you end up getting married or financing it, you're going to want a bigger home. You keep that house because that'll be rental income. I'm going to teach you how to make money. My own daughter's going to come over here and show you some formulas that she and I draw. Not right now, young lady. She's so hyped. She's ready. Look at her. See, me and her talk all the time about getting money and getting wealth. Because if something happens to me today, and I die today, my daughter has 12 homes in her name right now that she has rental income that she'll survive for the rest of her life. I'm not, again, trying to impress anybody, but put impression upon you. I don't ever have to work again, to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you all a check in 2014, that was called play money. So I'm going to teach you how to buy a house today, right? And one thing I want to get out is, we're going to only talk about property today. I cannot talk about your personal stuff right now. Because then you have to do something called working with the real estate agent. We talk about personal stuff. Like you raise it and say, well, I got a 750 credit score, can I get one? That becomes personal about you. Then we have to step to the side, get you sign some stuff. Just let me talk about property. Let the speakers come up and speak about what they do. And then when it's over, I got a gentleman outside cooking hot fish for us. We're going to sit here today, and if you're serious about a house today, I will show you correctly. If you sign an agency agreement, I can teach you how to buy a house today. Within the next 3 or 4 months, I can have you close it if your credit score is where it needs to be at. If you're in the process, I will hold your hand in the process of buying a house. But sometimes it's not easy. We got to clean your credit up. We got to do some other things to make sure that you're able to buy a house. We got to look at your debt to ratio incomes. We're going to do a lot today and discuss a lot in the next 35, 40 minutes with me. I'm going to show you a couple pictures here and there. This right here, when I do a little teaching, I teach this formula right here. And I'll show you, I'll do it more this way. I teach a formula. You see this 846,000 people live in Charlotte according to the 2016 census. It's about right now, about what, 15, 20 y'all in here right now? I'm going to tell you how God is showing you favor right now. It says, beloved, above all things, I wish that you prosper even as your soul prospers. 15 of y'all said, I'm going to make a difference because them 846,000 people have to live somewhere. And it's 15, 20 y'all right now that said, I don't care what kind of traffic it is, what I got to go through to get here, you got here. And when you got here, something's going to happen today that you'll never be broke again if you just believe in me today. Because you're going to own a house. And owning a house, I'm going to show you how equity gets built up. I'm going to show you how, by having a house, you get a place for your kids and children to play, how you leave a legacy. And then when you move out, I'm going to show you how the money just says, every time I make a payment, you pay interest, called PITI, principal and interest, taxes, insurance, penny. But if I can show you today that every time you pay the principal, that's your money. Houses build up equity. I don't care where you live. I'll let my daughter do a basic demonstration and say, I want to show you something because home ownership. Why? Why should I buy a home? Why? Home ownership provides security for you and your family, your yard, kids, pets. That's the good stuff about home ownership, right? Anybody have children? If you had a child right now, and let's say your child wanted to go to college, did you understand if you own a home, you can refinance your home to pay for their tuition because the government cannot tax home proceeds like that? Did y'all know that? I'm not an accountant. I'm not telling you legal jargon. I'm telling you the truth. Google it. I'm going to go back a slide for a reason. You see that right there? I'm going to show you something. Hold on for a second. Let me get back in there. I did something dirty to me. All right, right here. Federal Highway Act of 1956. I got this so y'all can take a picture. Then I'm going to go back and let y'all take a picture of this. That's my personal phone number up there. That right there is my number. You're going to write that number down, put it in your phone, so look, I'm going to deal with this guy named Karen. I'm with Worthy Associates, Guild Mortgage is here, FES, combined, everybody's here. But this is what I want you to be in just a few minutes. Watch what I'm about to show you. This is the truth. Do y'all know a road that here y'all drive on called 485? Do y'all understand the purpose of 485? Anybody get the purpose of it? 285, you go to Atlanta, they got a 285 down there. What is the purpose of it?
Take you around without going through. Easy access to where you're going if you don't have to go through the city.
I see her down here, yeah, I think that's the truth, yeah. But watch what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give y'all science. Because I'm going to show you something why. When that meeting we was in yesterday, I listened very carefully. They said about an economy, if anybody could buy a house, it becomes a bubble. Everybody has a house. I think we were sitting there and I heard him say, whenever anybody can have a house, the market's going to crash. It's like a bubble, he said. He said when everybody can't afford a house, and then when the numbers go up, the builders really can't keep up. They call that supply and demand. Now, I'm going to show you something now. If you really truly look at 1956, I got to push this button, I'm a teacher by trade, so I like touching stuff. But 1956, I'm going to give y'all science. Y'all look it up and Google it. The military built this saying, hey guys, in 1956, somebody way smarter than us, listen what I'm about to say, 1956, let's build roads in a circle so that we can put tanks on the road to get to these places in case the military government need to protect those areas. Read it, that's what it says right there. June 29th, Eisenhower signed a bill into law to authorize $25 billion to destroy 41. So no matter what, the military can get those tanks there. But here's a subliminal to it. Watch this. I gotta watch my daughter said stop it, then you keep crossing the line. So watch this. You know what that really was? I'm gonna go up here and I want to show you something. This is 485. How many of y'all see these stars? All these stars is properties that I own that I go back and check on. But look at these stars. Right here. That's downtown Charlotte. Everybody familiar with downtown Charlotte? You remember you get a house and stuff, downtown Charlotte was raggedy. Anybody moved here like 10, 15, 20 years, downtown Charlotte was raggedy. You could buy a house in Cherry for $40,000, $30,000, Fairview Homes, all the houses. I mean, right over here, what's that? Camp Green, $25,000, $30,000 houses, right? Anybody remember that? Okay, we'll make sure we all together. Why is it they built this right here and said we're going to do it because we need the military? No. They built that so areas where other individuals with money could go live. You remember when UNCC up here, Harrisburg, all that IBM community was up here? They tricked a lot of people. They said, move out here. It's the suburbs. It's beautiful. When you finally get a good job, get on your feet, move out here. You remember that? People want to start living out in IBM, Harrisburg, getting out in Matthews. Well, I live in Matthews. I live in Weddington. I live in Waxhaw. Okay, keep saying that. And you're moving all out there, right? You're going all out there. And what did they do? They turned around and said, all of them left the city. Now, if you see the city, it's $200,000. Do you notice how now you go right in Cherry neighborhood and all these places? Now it's $400,000. They let y'all move out here, try to move up to the east side, and they bought everything in here, and they moved back here. It was a trick. In 1956, they did it. I don't mean to make y'all like, oh, I'm upset about that, man. That's not even right. But people do things for a reason. It's called economics. Your president, Donald Trump, does it all the time. He'll buy a company, build it up, and shut it down. It's business. It's a book called Ink and Grow Rich. Buy it, try it out. It's a book called Richest Man in Babylon. When you learn the science of what people are doing out here, today when I'm finished with you, you're going to say, I better hurry and get a house. Because when you need a house builds equity and builds wealth. Watch this next slide. That's a check. That's my name, Karen. I crossed some stuff out so y'all don't see. That's what, December 14th. How much is it? Anybody yell it out? 100 and what? I couldn't hear you. That's $134,000 because I'm going to teach you something. Now I'll get my daughter to come over here and show y'all something. Imagine getting a check cut to you like that. Oh, that was right around Christmas, wasn't it? Y'all want to have a good Christmas like me? I was getting checks like that every 2 or 3 years. Because why? I buy a property, I hold it, I rent it for a little while, make sure it's owner occupied, I live there. And after I say, you know what, I've been here now about 2 years, I'm ready to flip this. I was flipping property before it came on TV. They never asked me to be on TV. You know, I've been flipping property since I was 25 years old. I made a lot. When I saw that first comma in my bank account, man, I'm not trying to impress you, but put impression on you that if I can get you into a house, if we can talk after this and say, look, Terrence, I'm serious, I want a house. I started with a duplex, my own little duplex. I paid $50,000 for it. Baby girl, give me $50,000 for a house.